once again apologize for going away. I hope we didn't lose everybody. So far, both guys have broke dry, and the other player has run off of that dry break. So the score stands at 1-1. Jeremy Perkins racking the balls, getting ready to break. He's racing to 5, while Jason is racing to 4. So Jeremy really needs to try to make a ball in this break. They've proven that if they get a shot, they can get out. But they've got to get a ball on the break. Like what he did there, he took a little bit off of his break and he got a ball to go. A lot of times on these diamond tables, that's what it takes. You just take a little bit off and balls tend to go a little bit better than if you crush them as hard as you can. He's giving us a good look over. He does not have an easy table. There's trouble balls on the floor. The 15 and the 5 are kind of tied up. The 12 doesn't pass the 8. So looks like he's going to take the solids. He's down on the 2 ball. He's going to have to bump the 5 and get it out there, I think. It doesn't look like from the monitor view here that will go. We'll see. Looks like he's looking at it. Maybe it does. From our vantage point, it's really hard to tell. Looks like it goes now. Yeah, he didn't have any problems. Nicely done. Bumped the 11 out of his way. Used it to stop for the 3. Now he'll come up for the 4 on the side. The 6 and the 7. He's gonna, I believe he's gonna have to break open the 8-12. I don't think the 8 goes. He's kind of looking that over. Wants to start now to see how he can get positioned to get some separation between those 2 balls. Alright, he's done a nice job of making the 6, move the 7 over. I think he can make this 7 and probably bump the 12 out of the way. Just will he wind up with a shot on the 8? You don't want to stop right on top of it. And, oh, 7 hung. He wasn't going to like his shot on the 8 anyway, but it's going to bring Jason to the table. He will also have to deal with the 12-8 at some point. Although right now about all he has is the 14, it looks like. Okay, he rolled that in nicely, came down for the 11. Take care of these balls up there. He's got the 9 to open up the 8-12. He does not have that upper right-hand pocket available for either of those balls because of the 7 ball hanging there. I go in hard enough that the 8 leaves that area and he can shoot it somewhere else. But right now he's going to clean up these 3 balls at the other end of the table. Well, he hit that pretty hard. I don't know if he may have been trying to go up and break those balls out off of that shot. I really think he would try it at that point in the match, but now he's kind of looking at possibly shooting the 9 into the 7 and leaving Jeremy over on the rail hooked behind the 12. So we'll see what happens here. And that's what he's done. So now Jeremy just has the 8 ball, but he really can't see it. Jason's like, go ahead and hit the 8. You'll separate those balls and then I can get out. Looks like he's going to try to just come off the edge of the 8 and make the 9. He's done that nicely. I do not think he left the 12. We shall see. If he didn't, the only thing Jason will be able to shoot is this 13 down this way. He's looking at the 12, but I don't think it goes from there. Can't tell if it goes in the pocket that he's standing next to at a later time. This game has been a little bit of a chess game. The first 2 were dry breaks and table runs. Just not really sure where he wants to leave this cue ball. He doesn't really have a good offensive shot. That was nicely done. He got the 12 out of there. Locked up the cue ball with the 8 ball. Has to not leave any kind of an offensive shot for Jeremy here. Very well executed. Improved his position and pretty much guaranteed himself he'll get back to the table. That's kind of what you want to do. On a safety, you want to make the balls better for you. It's not just about not leaving your opponent a shot, but get the table to where it's in an advantageous situation for you. Really have a defensive shot here. It looks like he's going to kick to the side rail and just try to kick the, he's called the pocket. He's going to try to kick the 8 in here. It's about all he has. Yeah, and he's made it in the wrong pocket. Great kick, but not where he called it. So Jason's going to take a 2-1 lead in this match. And it's also his break. Break and run here would put him on the hill. Jeremy's kind of shaking his head. He kicked it well. He hit the 8, but made it in the wrong corner pocket. And here comes my partner, Rick Jones, back from his other duties.
Oh, I had to go out and punch a wall. I hate when things go wrong. I feel better now. Sorry about that, folks. We have a fix. We just can't do it while we're here.
Well, we got to see a little cat and mouse game in that last one, and it ended with a nice safety by Jason. The only thing he left was Jeremy with a kick on the 8, and he made it into the wrong corner pocket. So, yep. So Jason is now up 2-1. He's racing to 4. Jeremy is racing to 5, so he really needs this game. You don't want to let Jason get to the hill now. But Jason has got a ball to go down, so he will assume control of this table. I don't see a solid to really get things going.
The stripes aren't that bad.
No, they're not too bad.
The 12's a little tough to get
You
to.
got to get below the 12 to shoot it up in the corner, but you've got a couple of balls that you could do that with.
That'd be a ball I'd want to get to as soon as possible.
Right, you wouldn't want to leave it till the end. I think he'd kind of like to have solids, but
I think you shoot this 13. Yep. I was thinking maybe he'd go towards the rail to get over there so he could shoot the 11 in the side, roll forward.
Maybe you want to bring it back to where he could shoot the 14 and then get on the 12, but he just
does that 11 come down here in the lower left, or is that 4 ball got that pocket too blocked up?
You know, I was looking at the 8 there. I think the 8 would go. I'm not sure about the 11. The 4 is kind of big sitting down there. I think he's going to shoot the 9 now and see if he can
come back up for the 11 or the 12.
That or
would be my choice. I mean, I really want to get on that 12 as soon as possible.
Right. He could come down and then get shape off the 14 for those. But
a little harder, a little harder.
Come on. You're right back where you were.
Yeah.
This is not where you want to be.
He had the right angle there, and it would have been nice if he could have rolled it up to about the 8.
He just underhit that. He underhit them both. He's guarding against coming down and hooking himself behind the 8. He just didn't hit it hard enough. Your subconscious telling you don't hit it too hard, don't hit it too hard, and then you hit it. You'll leave it 2 feet short.
He's still got, it's going to be his last couple balls there if he doesn't, I think he can get there on the next shot, not this shot, but the next shot. Shoot that.
Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, he's going to have to shoot the combination here.
Yeah, if he hits that, just slides over enough to where he's got an angle to shoot the 11 and draw back towards the 8. He'd be okay. But this ain't no easy combo.
No, this combo does not lay real good. He's trying to look at where
is that 11 bankable cross side? Slide the cue ball over towards the 8?
I don't think so.
It's probably, if it's bankable, it's probably an easier shot than that combo.
Looks like the 12 is sticking out there. Yeah, he's resigned himself. This is the only offensive opportunity he has is to try to shoot this combination. And he's got Jeremy's attention. Jeremy stood up. He wants to watch this. Because if he doesn't make this shot, Jeremy's a big favorite to get out here. He didn't hit that.
He did not shoot that with any confidence.
No, that never had a chance. That's going to bring Jeremy Perkins to the table. Solids are all laying pretty good. You can start with this 6 ball. You want to get that 4 out of the way. That it kind of opens things up for the 3, and then eventually maybe the 7 if he needs to. He's just trying to decide on the pattern he wants to shoot him.
He'll just draw back between the
he'll take
3,
the
4.
2 and draw back for the 4. Got a guard here against running into the 14 or the 15. Getting himself hooked. But
going to try to draw back above the 15.
Yeah.
Which means he's probably going to try to hit it hard enough to go up above. Well, that's what he wants right there, up above that 8 ball. That's a good position right there.
Looks to me like this.
Probably wanted to roll over just a little bit more.
If the 7 passes the 3, he's in good shape.
We have a little plan of attack to repair our little problem after this match.
We do. That would be awesome.
Well, we're thinking we can just shut off the recording because YouTube will pick it up. Our only concern was that if we don't record it, then transferring it to the channel that we want to might not be an option, but that might prevent it from the computer trying to reboot whenever it feels like it. This is interesting.
The 7 must not pass the 3. So he's going to have to go 5, try to get on the 1 in the side, shoot the 3, the 7, and then the 8. I'm going to have to make a shot here. Oh, he's missed it.
Oh.
All right, so
That could be a costly shot right there.
that one's gonna hurt. Jason comes back to the table. Believe he can cut that 11 into the side, go up to the top and back down for the 12 or 14, whichever
He's got to like the layout here. Doesn't have to do anything very fancy to
No,
get shape.
no, he's just gonna make sure he makes his ball.
Oh. Need a fortunate bump. And
Oh, I didn't like that.
I don't know why he didn't just go to the bottom rail and stay out in the middle of the table or even farther to the right.
Yeah, he really couldn't get in trouble if he stayed out towards the middle of the table, but when he came back at those balls, I don't know if he can see the 14 now or not. If he can, he's still okay.
Well, and if he can't, I would go off the 15, carry him in the 14, but
It looks like the 15 may pass the 14. Our monitor, it doesn't really look, but I'm looking out at the table, and it looks like it could. So he could shoot the 15, then the 14, then the 12, and the 8. He's kind of looking at where the cue ball's going to go if he makes that 15. Certainly don't want to go over and hit the 3.
it'd be on the wrong side of the 3. I think just a tad inside English and he's fine. He'll either hit the 3 on the bottom side or miss it completely. You don't. Yeah. Well, he got the roll, but that's where I would have wanted to stay away from.
That's what I was worried about. Hit that 3, he could have easily got behind the 7, and then he's in trouble. But he's come out. He's got a shot on the 14. He can draw it up for the 12.
A little low left and just spin it up to the center of the table.
Hitting the 3, now he had the 8 wide open for that.
Right.
Corner. Now he doesn't. So
now he has to go up above the center of the table so that he can shoot the 12, roll into the 1 so he can shoot the 8 in the same pocket he's shooting the 14 would be my selection.
By bumping the 3, he has made the 8 a much tougher shot. Probably lowered his chances of getting out by 10 to 15%.
Yeah, he's just got to get that cue ball up just past the sides. And I think he'll be okay. You still risk bumping into stuff.
Yeah.
But
he did not get there.
Well,
So now he's going to have to cut the 12, and he's going to have to turn the cue ball loose.
yeah, I think he picked a hard way to get out here.
Yeah, he's kind of making life tough on himself right now.
Well, he can go up there and 2 rail out of that corner and come down here where the cue ball is now and shoot the 8 in the side maybe.
Yeah, it looks like the 8 goes in the side between the 7 and the 1, so
Right.
he could get back to where he is now.
But he picked a hard way to get there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to cut this thin, not scratch, and then get the cue ball out. He might benefit. Roll, baby, roll.
If it gets past the 7, but it's not going to. Yeah, it caught that point.
He needed to cut that ball just a little bit thinner.
Looking at a mass A. Boy, that's
I think he's looking at a jump. You ain't gonna mass A that and get enough forward momentum to do anything with that 8-ball.
he's really in a bad spot now. It's not an easy ball to kick. Could he go 2 rails?
Another 3 inches. He had a straight in shot in the side. I'm really surprised when he shot the 14 that he didn't try to bring the cue ball up to the center of the table where he could maneuver better.
I think he had a little more angle than he wanted. But, yeah, he did not hit that the way he wanted to. And this all comes down to he ran into that 3 ball.
Yes. Yeah, that 3 ball took away that pocket. I think here I'd be tempted to shoot to the lower right corner with some inside English and 2 rail, come back, kick that 8 right into the side by the 1.
That to me looks like is pretty much his only option. He hasn't really looked at that option yet.
I think that's the option that guarantees you a really high percentage of at least hitting the 8 with the 1 there.
Looking at that now.
You know, you might even if you hit it bad, you know, it can go off the 7, off the 1 into the side, but at least you want to hit that 8 ball right now.
He's going to have to use some inside English to shorten up the angle coming out of the corner.
The last thing you want to do is give Jeremy ball in hand.
Yeah. Well, he's, again, looking at, boy, that's a lot of ball to go around.
I just don't have that skill.
Okay, he's called the side pocket. He's going to go 2 rails out of the bottom corner.
Got to put some inside on that.
Yep.
I call it inside, but basically it's right-hand English.
All right. Here we go.
You know,
This will be a great shot if he makes it.
Doesn't look like he's putting enough inside English on it to me. Hard to tell from here. Hit the ball, baby. Yep, not enough inside.
Nope, it went long on him.
You got to hit that with a little speed so that inside English holds.
That's going to bring Jeremy Perkins to the table with ball in hand. Yeah, the only tough ball to get shape on would be the 7, so he's going to take care of that first.
Ball in hand is definitely the best shape you can get.
If it's not, that's your fault. All right, he'll take the 3, and then he's got the 5 sitting in the pocket and the 8. He really needed this break.
1 rail out.
Yep, just follow off the top rail, come out for the 8. Nicely done. Oh my goodness.
Lordy.
He just absolutely dogged it.
Oh
My gosh.
Not sure what happened there. He shot at it a little quick, but...
Wow. Jason jumped out of a seat. He couldn't believe it.
That was a freebie for Jason.
Man. And Jeremy's beside himself. I haven't seen him miss a ball like that all week. All right.
So hopefully he can regroup because he's got a
have
hell of a hill to climb now.
Regroup quick. That puts Jason on the hill at 3-1. Wow. Just never dreamed we'd see that.
Well, when this match is over, we will reboot the system. We're going to try something to fix our little problem we're having. In the Scotch doubles match finals, we will try to kick off right at 5 o'clock. I believe that's when I had it scheduled.
We can get all 4 of them in here at one time. That'd be great.
Well, we'd be happy if the 2 or 3 people that are watching would spread the word.
Scotch doubles final coming up after this one.
Oh, come on.
Oh, nothing. Boy, look at the spread.
That's going to hurt.
This match
That break will leave a mark.
This match could be over. It's a beautiful spread and nothing went. Jeremy just absolutely looks disgusted with himself.
Looking at the table, I think I would take the stripes.
I would just. I mean,
we know you would. That's your thing.
that was back when I first started playing.
Yesterday.
That's right. Well, the way I play, it looks like yesterday. But I would almost bet he could get out with, you could flip a coin, heads he took, stripes, tails he took, so he still got.
Yeah, I like the stripes better just because of where the 3 ball is sitting.
Looks to me like he's looking at the 6 ball here.
Well, if he can follow up and get the 3. Of course, the 3 will go in the left side.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll shoot the 6, 5, 3 and then run on out. Or go for the breakout right here. Yeah, I think he'll shoot. Yeah, I would have preferred to roll a little farther forward if I was going to go 5-3 next, but he can still do it. He can also draw that ball back, go with 5, and bring the cue ball over to the left side rail and play position for the 3 on the other side if he wanted.
Yeah, he needs to get on the 3 right now.
Well, I think he's also got in his head he wants to make sure he gets that 2 out of the way because the 1 doesn't go by the 2, but I really think he ought to go for the 5-3. I think he was fortunate to win the last game, but he was forced to wait for the toughest ball last. And you got to try to get to those trouble balls early.
Wow, that's not
way too hard.
I don't know what he's planning with this 3 ball.
Well, I think he was one to be right there, have the cue ball about where the spot is and just shoot that 3 on the side, but he just shot that 5 too hard.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He just came up too far.
A little amped up. He's on the hill for the finals.
The angle he had, I thought he'd go over to the side rail and shoot the 3 in the right side pocket.
Yeah, I think I would like that better, especially, you're playing in the finals and you're amped up a little bit, so it's hard to shoot soft.
Right.
That would have given him more room
He's got
for
the
error.
angle, though, to shoot this 4, get up there, top rail, take care of the 7.
Yet again, his trouble ball is going to be really close to the end, and it gets tougher the less balls you got to get to it. Yeah, he's a little nervous. You can see the shake in his stroke there.
He might be able to get on a 3.
Off of the 1
off
right
the
now.
1. Shoot the 1 in the side.
Roll the cue ball down to where the 8 is.
Go down to the bottom rail and just,
Yeah. Okay, better get there now.
Looks like he's got an angle to do. He's looking at it. If he does that, that's going to be a nice shot.
Now he overrolled for the 3 when he shot the 5. You got to be very careful not to underroll on this one. There you go.
He's fine.
Really, now all he's got to do is shoot that 3 straight in the side and stop the cue ball so he can shoot the 2 and automatically roll over for the 7.
Yeah, I think he'll shoot this, probably roll forward and go between a 12 and a 13. Let's see here. All he's got to do is keep from getting hooked behind the 13. for the 15. He might be able to just draw just a tad. Looks like he's hitting bottom.
Yep.
He's fine.
That was probably the wise choice. Your ball speed's been off. Your nerves are a little sketchy. That's a guaranteed position.
You're going to have a shot there. He can shoot that 2. He's got a natural angle to come over for the 7. He's just got to make sure he doesn't get behind the 14 up there. Pretty much just roll this in. It's nicely done. Rick Jones would almost get out from here. He's got the 7 and the 8's
I have to get
open.
the cue ball real close to the 8. I can't see far enough. There you go. That's what I would have had to do.
Nicely. And for the championship, this 8-ball.
Boom.
There you go, folks.
There's your champion.
Jason Weldon is your 2016 Michigan State BCAPL 8-ball champion.
And let's give a big shout out to Jeremy Perkins, who won the 9-ball and finished second in the 8-ball.
He's had a great week. So.
Thanks for watching Bad Boys TV. Our next round will be at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll try to get this little glitch that we have fixed enough to make it through the tournament. We appreciate you watching.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Spread the word.